The first sit I'm going to talk about is Logan Thomas. Now, Thomas has a lot going up against himself here this week. So kind of where do I start here? Let's see. There's a new quarterback starting for this team, and they're playing the Packers team, who's only allowing 28 yards receiving to opposing tight ends. Nothing looks good for Logan Thomas this week, and I say just leave him on your bench for week 7. The next sit's going to be Cade Otton. People may want to run to Otton because of Brate's neck injury. He's going to be Tom Brady's new passing target monster, blah, blah, blah. You know, Brate's, he was just diagnosed with a neck sprain. So he could play, he could not. It's kind of leaning not. But I'm here to tell you that the Panthers actually do a good job against the tight end position. So even if Otton gets the start with Brate not starting, I just don't see Otton producing anything worthy of a spot in your starting lineup. Just do yourself a favor and don't start Otton in week 7. My last sit will be Robert Tonyan. We just talked about Logan Thomas, and Robert Tonyan's in the same exact boat. These two teams, the Packers and the Commanders, they just lock up the tight end really, really well. I'm staying far away from Tonyan this week. I don't see him putting up much of a stat line at all. You know, I would just look elsewhere for some production at the tight end position in week 7. Now, the first start at tight end in week 7 that I'm going to talk about is Greg Dulcich. Now, I am super excited about this guy. This rookie had his first game last week, had 2 catches, 44 yards, and a touchdown on 3 targets. He was clearly the tight end 1, with being on the field for 71% of the snaps. I love this tight end out of college, and he should be a good producer for you and your fantasy team as he acclimates to the NFL game. If he's on your waivers, go pick him up before people start to know his name. Start Dulcich in week 7. The next start's going to be Hayden Hurst. The Bengals should light up the Falcons in this matchup, and I just see Hurst being a big part of that. Now, the Falcons are allowing 73 yards a game to the tight end position, which ranks 3rd worst in the NFL. Hurst should find himself in the end zone and give you an easy game in week 7. The last start that I'm going to talk about is Pat Freiermuth. Freiermuth has a high chance of having rookie Kenny Pickett out there, whom he had immediate rapport with. On top of that, he's going to be facing the Dolphins defense that I believe he can find some open spots on. I only do start Freiermuth though if he has Pickett starting. If for some reason he doesn't clear that concussion protocol and Trubisky gets that start, I would look elsewhere for tight end. But for right now, I would say Freiermuth is a start for week 7. Now on to the Bengal Tiger Start of the Week. The Bengal Tiger Start of the Week is going to be Gerald Everett. Gerald Everett is not going to be able to find a better matchup for him for the rest of the season. He gets to take on a Seattle Seahawks defense giving almost 88 yards a game to the tight end position, which is the worst in the NFL. They give up the most fantasy points per game at 23 points per game to the tight end in a PPR format. There is so much that I could say about this matchup, but just know this is my clear #1 tight end this week. Start him with confidence.